how you doing? This is Eric from Amp Live and the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Yes, we're coming to you live here in beautiful Southern California, crazy Southern California, that is. Hopefully you're doing well wherever you're at in the United States of America or the world. I finally got the live on YouTube. Getting a little feedback. I'm going to go ahead and put that on mute. There we go. All righty. Always live, raw, real, and uncut, as you'll see. Appreciate you. Definitely like, love, and share if you enjoy what we're talking about here to the Amp Live Real Estate Show. It's all about creative real estate investing and obviously mixed in with just real estate, period. Real estate. That's why it's the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Creative real estate investing is our jam. Today, there's a long little list of stuff that we put in that post, and obviously you can, share, like, and love, make some comments. We appreciate that. If you like to be on this Amp Live Real Estate Show, and there is a special private link that I can share with you. I believe it's in the group, or it's actually probably in the event page on Facebook. And probably maybe I'll post it up. Maybe I'll just go and post it inside the group too, and see who's gonna tap in, right? Because remember, it's gonna be live. So yes, you can turn your screen off or whatever. But if you got a camera, then cool. If you're out and about and you got one of these, then awesome. We'll talk about real estate. We'll talk about creative real estate. We'll talk about what we're doing, what you're doing. If you got anything you want to share and maybe sell or whatever it is, if it's real estate related, awesome. If it's about marketing, awesome. Let's rock and roll. We'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate you. But definitely like, love, and share. I appreciate that. I'm Eric. I'll be your host today of the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Eric from Amp Live and VIP Execs, powered by Amp Live Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company that myself and what we use for the companies, as well as other mentees that do come aboard, because we do have a mentoring program, a coaching program, and things of that nature. A done with you and a done for you program. And then, we're definitely finishing up again. Yes. The final touches. That should probably be rolling out the second quarter for a 6-week coaching program to help you get into the business, help you build the foundation of your business. And it's not just finding deals and getting a deal and then, hey, you know what, feast or famine type stuff, right? It's about building a business and a legacy for you and your family, or whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's just a way to segue into our one-on-one mentoring program if that's what you choose to do, or hey, it works out for you. You go and rock and roll and do your thing, then congratulations. Shoot us a testimonial of some sort. We'd appreciate that. But today is Friday for Friday Highlights. I always like to go live and talk about the pulse of real estate, what's going on throughout the United States of America, because I speak to thousands of people every year, and I kind of find out what's going on in Texas. A deal might drop down in Montana. Sometimes it's in Florida, Washington, Oregon, everywhere throughout the whole United States of America. There's hot spots and there's some not so hot spots, right? And depends on where you're at. Not going to get into all the political crap at the end of the day with blue states, red states. Nobody really gave a shit, especially when I was growing up. Nobody cared about what the hell that was. Shit, most people our age didn't even know who the hell the president was, because if it didn't affect us, then we didn't give a shit, right? Now, obviously, that's usually what happens when you're younger, right? Is that you don't worry about those things until you get older and you start looking at stuff and you go, my God, okay, this is crazy. We're allowing them to do all this crazy shit with the funds and the money and our lives and all the good stuff. They're very smart. They know what to do. They kind of keep you at bay and then change things as they move slowly but surely, they start doing that stuff, right? Now, even the pulse of real estate, right? The reason I'm saying that is because, they got traditional stuff, right? Real estate license, broker, agent, lender, and all that good stuff. You got to get licensed, which is very funny because you can get a license, but you don't know shit about real estate. But the USA and the state and government will consider you a professional because you have a license. Sounds like and smells like bullshit to me, right? But at the end of the day, I know a lot of wholesalers, and I know people getting in the business or just real estate investors that are far savvier than real estate agents or brokers could ever be. So, and that's without a license, right? As long as you follow the rules, you disclose. Creative real estate investing is the future of real estate. You're just going to have to accept that shit. The states that don't and want to enact laws and stuff, who cares? At the end of the day, follow the law, follow the letter of the law, and you move forward. Or get into politics and lobby and change the laws, period, right? Because I will tell you, if it wasn't for the mom and pop, not the big organizations or the corporations that buy all kinds of notes, and even the banks and all that good stuff and lenders and all that good stuff. They didn't save America. It's the mom and pop investors saved America from the last crash, right? And pulled everybody, and even the crash before that, it was all about HUD and Freddie and Fannie, and I think it was savings and loan scandal and all that bullshit, right? It's always the banks and who, the big organization that rolls everything in the US that fucks everything up. As the mom and pops pulled them out last time, mom and pops pulled them out this time after 2010, 11, 12, and 13. Who was buying all those properties that were shit? Not the big corporations, unless banks are trying to sell them off in the secondary market, right? Hey, we don't want any of these non-performing notes. Boom, let's sell them to all the hedge funds or the mom and pop kind of even investment companies. But then they're figuring out, man, it's overpriced. Being to you want give us a good discount, and they'll probably buy them, right? Instead, no, they went direct. Just go direct with technology and all this stuff. It's a level playing field, right? You can create your own Zillow. You can create your own marketing. You can do this right here and talk to people across the United States of America or even the world. Last cycle, you couldn't do that. It cost you damn much, right? But now you can with a couple of pennies and some technology and get adapted to it, right? So with that said, today we're going to talk about, yes, Friday highlights, the pulse of real estate. I got some PSA announcements for you for what we're doing and what we got rolling out towards the end of March and the end of March Madness in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, we got a couple things that we're going to be rolling out that we want to share with our fellow Americans in the local area and throughout the United States of America as well. So we'd appreciate if you like, love, share, and comment. You can hashtag Get Erick Paul Live, hashtag Get Erick Paul Live to watch videos on creative real estate investing, rants and raves. Got a little schedule that rolls out for our AMP Live TV. That's probably going to be the face of our podcast that we might as well just call the AMP Live Real Estate Show a podcast. I just haven't rocked any guests or anything like that. Here and there, once in a while, maybe a mentee or somebody we're talking to, somebody I like, and go, man, this guy's or gal's kicking some butt here. They got some stuff they can share. I commend them for doing so. And I want to share that and give them some exposure and things of that nature. But usually this is all here, obviously, for real estate and for business purposes. Like, love, and share. I appreciate it. And for entertainment purposes, we're moving towards more of that entertainment purpose. And obviously this stuff it's always live, raw, and uncut. So it is what it is. You're going to see what you get. It might be an S-bomb, an F-bomb, any of that good stuff. Probably drop. Like I said, it comes from a place of passion. Plug your ears, or if you got little ones, plug their ears and just keep on watching, because I'm always going to drop stuff that you can use in the field. And I always drop some techniques or something that, a little secret here and there that you can use in the industry, and it'll help you. And maybe it'll click in your mind and you go, oh, shit, yeah, that sounds cool. I want to hear more about that. Then, hey, simply do a DM, reach out, ask me those questions, and I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction or evaluate a deal, or won't always be me, but it could be, part of our team. We'll go ahead and do that. We'd love to do that. We're getting more involved with the field stuff. So we'll be going out into the field here in Southern California, document it, recording it, going live, canning it up, monetizing it, and all that good stuff, because that's just the way of the future. It's what's happening in today's market and social media. So social media can be your enemy or it can be your friend. The platforms are the ones that control shit. So that's the only thing I've never liked, because I like to control what we do. I like to control our platforms. I like to control everything that we're doing to a degree, because I've had stuff disappear, had websites, get jacked up and things of that nature. And you're like, shit, got to start from scratch, because your whole everything was in that platform, or was a website, or was, whatever, but unfortunately, you got to do what you got to do. You got all these social media platforms. You got to use them as tools. Use them as your, utility knife to help you with your future and your business. I always say, yeah, you got AI and all this cool stuff, right? And text, ring with voice message. But there's nothing like you, me, chit-chatting, or with a seller, or anybody for that matter, and rocking what I call the AMP Life method. To amplify your life, amplify others' lives, the art of the deal. It's negotiating. It's sales 101. It's all that good stuff. High trust selling with direct selling. We put them together along with things that we've learned over the years, and we call it the AMP Life method. That's what we do. Love to share it with you. You're probably going, well, what does that even mean? What is that? Well, if you watch some of these videos, you'll probably understand what all that means. It is based on sales 101, psychology, tie downs, emotional, expectations, ratios, closing ratios, opening the call, working the call, befriending the sellers and your investors and all that good stuff, as well as what? Closing up the call, setting the appointment, confirming that they're serious about selling their property before you go, or it's a waste of time. Commitment, tie downs. Go to the property for a better paycheck, or I should say a better situation for the seller and for you. If they're flexible, then everybody's going to be happy. They get more money, they get their house property sold, their situation corrected. We make more money for solving more problems, okay? And then obviously with all our resources, I always say, look, people want free. There's no such thing as free. Someone has to pay for it. They're going to pay for it with money, or they're going to pay for it with time. Time you don't get back, right? So that is the most precious. That is the most valuable, thing that you can have. And if somebody spent the 2 to 3 to 4, 5 plus 10 years perfecting a craft, then that's very valuable. I'm going to push that right there. Get that little rock and roll right up in there. Boom. For the chat. There's going to be some stuff that I'm going to share with you. You can any of those links down below to connect. We do have a live webinar that's coming up. It's obviously based on this theme here, right? It's the Creative Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup. That'll be next Wednesday on March 25th, 7 p.m. There'll be links in the post. So definitely, even share that. I'd appreciate it. Join and we'll chit chat and we'll talk about creative real estate investing. I'm going to share what we're doing, and I'd love to share it with you. At the same token, if you got deals, you want to look at deals, and hopefully, hey, if you got a deal and we can work it out, we'll work it out while we're all there, because it's going to be in a private environment like this, right? And you'll have a private link. Now, I did give out a private link. I believe I put it in the event, so it'll be in there. I just don't like just throwing it out there. We've had it times where you throw a link out there and some weird ass shit comes on. You see some weirdo wanking fucking stuff going on. You go, what the hell did that come from, right? Those are hackers, or they're just a-holes at the end of the day, right? So, but for this, you gotta sign up, get locked in, because we're not going to spam you or any of that crap. It's all about real estate. So it blows my mind when people bitch. You go, oh, take me off my list, or stop. And well, you signed up for the shit and you're in real estate. What are you bitching about, right? I don't bitch about it. I sign up for all kinds of shit, vitamins, health, wellness, anything that I like or want to do. I sign up for it. I know it's a business, and they're going to hit me with their email list and all that good stuff, right? I get it. No problem. If I don't really like what they're sending, then I press stop. But even then, it takes time to go, let me do this, let me do that, and get off the list. Let me type this shit up. World's filled with too many whiners. Stop whining, right? Put your head down and grind. Pick your head up every once in a while, and then keep on rocking and rolling, right? Adjust, adapt, or you will perish. I say let's rock and roll. So, I'm a little fired up today. So, and I'm suited up. I like to get suited up every once in a while. Yeah, I'll wear a shirt. I wear maybe my polos. I've never wore a cowboy hat ever, but this one was pretty cool. And the boss, my wife, actually said, hey, this looks pretty cool. Check it out. And it was all leather and it's awesome. And I said, okay, fuck it, I'll wear it. What's next? A big old belt buckle, some boots, right? Some chaps and shit. Like, I don't know. But the hat is cool. Definitely. I wore it a couple of times. I know probably the beginning of this first quarter. I'll probably wear it again. I like it. It's cool. Baseball hats, I'm not a fan of it. You're probably going, well, who cares? Why are you even telling me this? Right? Well, because that's what this is about, right? It's Friday highlights. It's the pulse of real estate. What does that have to do with real estate? Well, you'll see that everything that I do will always circle back and come back to what I'm talking about in a meeting, and what I'm meaning about, what I'm trying to express to you. So hopefully it catches on, right? And what I mean by that is social media, right? Personas, are you real? Are you fake? This and that. I see some people, they look like they just got up. I get it. They want to show every moment of their personal life. No, thank you. I'm not into that. I think that was the Truman Show or something, right? You've seen that with Jim Carrey. That's kind of some crazy shit. But, stuff is what it is. It's bad enough that, hey, you got these, and you got the laptop, and you got, all the bing, 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 bings on all the notices that pop up on your phone. Everywhere you go, there's somebody bugging your ass, or something's bugging you, but it's okay, right? You just got to learn to adjust, adapt, right? And we'll keep on rocking and rolling. But for today, for Friday highlights in the pulse of real estate, it's very important. Yes, dominating your local area. Okay. Then after you dominate your local area, then you can verge out into, the virtual section, right? Some people go, hey, what's easier, your own backyard or virtual? Some people go, well, virtual, because you got all these tools and you can just rock deals anywhere. And the others are like, no, your own backyard, because I want to buy and hold. Just depends on what you're wanting to accomplish. I would suggest if you want to buy, sell, fix, and flip, and do it local. Okay. Can you do it out of state? Sure. You just got to get a team. It's been done. It's always been done, right? But if you can touch it, feel it, smell it, go quicker, go faster. You can hire and fire people a lot quicker, and hire a crew and all that good stuff, right, to get things done. And if you're going to buy and hold, you're going to manage it and all that good stuff, or hire a manager to do those things for you. That's right there, right? And then you can verge out, after you make some buckaroos, you go, shit, I'm going to jump on a plane. You can drive if you like driving. I'm not a fan of driving, but shit, I'd rather jump on a plane and go, man, I'm going to Florida, go check out properties, go buy some shit, come back and forth. Maybe every quarter, go check on your shit, come back, go check on your shit, come back. All right. And same thing with Texas. We're working the Texas Triangle. So that is our jam, as well as Southern California. If you got any properties in Texas, definitely send them down the wire. Get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours. But bear with us, because there's a lot of stuff that comes down the wire. Got to evaluate it. And that's where the AI is going to come in, right? So when you have that, you don't need 3 or 4 or 5 people, trying to work all these deals. You can pop it into with the parameters and the prompts for AI, and it'll probably give you a value from what I'm hearing on some of this stuff. Been looking into that for probably the last month, and it'll evaluate the deal and go, this one's good. This one's good for rent-own. This one's probably good for fix and flip. Here's the probability of all these. This is in a better area demographic point. Then maybe, hey, go for it and go that route. It's going to chop down a lot of the labor of trying to do this shit manually. That's been the biggest thing, right? Because some people have their ARVs are incorrect or they're wrong. Or I spoke with mentees that saying, look, I got a deal, send it down the wire. I go, this is not a deal. What do you mean? And then ask them to tell me why it is. And they couldn't, because they didn't understand and know how to break down a deal, let alone, talk to a seller and all that good stuff. And say, well, who have you been working with? Well, I've been working with this company and that company, this, and I started hunting deals and a bird dog for this company. And they just said, send deals, send deals, send deals. Oh, how do you know if you have a deal? I said, well, I really don't. So, there's basic principles and the foundation. You got to build that foundation and work off your principles, right? And that's understanding what a deal is and what a deal's not. So super important to know that stuff, build the basics. And then from there, we'll build the basics. And once you're done with the basics, then you start building your company a little piece at a time, right? Don't put the cart before the horse. I noticed a lot of people, even in the last decade, a lot of people put the cart before the horse, build out their websites, SEO, do all their crazy stuff. And then, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on direct mail and all this good stuff. And then 6 months later, an SEO and everything, or buying into like a franchise of some sort for I won't mention any names or anything, but they have those for like wholesaling and, and real estate investing and all that good stuff. Right. And it is what it is, so you can build all that out, or you can pay somebody to build it out for you. But unless you have the Amplified method, the art of the deal, and you understand and know what you're dealing with, you know how to break down those deals, you know how to negotiate a deal with. And you can, people go, oh, I just hire a VA, or I'm going to hire an acquisition person. Sure, you can, but you should at least understand and know how to do those things, and then hire out. Because how are you going to know? Okay, they're doing good. It happens all the time. They go and hire out a bunch of people, even local people in my own area. They hire some acquisition people, and then they hire them, and then it doesn't work out, or they're either circumventing, or they're just not getting good deals, not negotiating good deals, or they don't know how to structure. The only thing they know how to structure is a wholesale deal. And then they, when that doesn't happen, they're leaving money on the table. Then they'll talk to somebody like myself. I go, well, that deal could have been a sub-2, a seller finance, lease option, rent to own, some other structure. And they're leaving money on the table, right? At the same token, those people that they acquire disappear because they're salespeople, right? They're always going to go for more money, or they're going to do enough deals and say, you know what, shit, I'll just start my own company. Not everybody wants to do that, because there are some people that we've talked to and interviewed and like, no, I'm looking for a company that can give me 5, 10, 15 deals to close every month, because he wants to make his $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 a month. And that's what he's used to. And you don't have to build an apparatus or a real estate investing firm to do that. So Wednesday, definitely Wednesday, March 25th. That's going to be, March 25th for March Madness, the Real Estate Domination live networking meetup. Definitely we'll get together. We will have these live as well, online, as well as in the field as well, or at probably a restaurant or office. If we have to do that, then we'll do that, as long as we have people that are interested in meeting face-to-face. We'll do that, okay? But there are meetups out there. Definitely go to those. Check it out. Network. It's all about networking. I'm going to put these on right here. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about creative real estate investing. We're going to talk about some things. I believe I'll pull it up real quick, see if I can read this stuff here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay. Oh, where's it at? Oh, over here. Over here. There it is. Okay, cool. All right. So we'll start off with obviously Friday highlights. Amplified presents Creative Real Estate Domination live meetup with AHA, Eric, and other fellow American investors, sponsored by VIP Execs. Now, obviously, that is our sponsor, VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Properties. Step into excellence. So if you're looking to drop your license, you want the best of both worlds with the private sector and the public sector, and having, at the helm of Amp Live and AHA, as well as VIP Execs and the broker with her years of experience in lending and all that good stuff, as well as luxury properties, then you might want to chit chat. Send me a DM. It's open door policy, and I'll connect you. Okay. And go from there. At the same token, if you're, just interested or you're getting started, or you're beat up in the industry a little bit and you've maybe paid $500 or $5,000 to $50,000 or more for your education and you're still learning and you're still spinning wheels, then hey, definitely those are usually the people that come aboard and work with us on our one-on-one mentoring program, one of the only programs of its kind where we train and mentor you and others across the United States of America, one-on-one, to help you build your real estate investment firm, okay? And we got some other stuff we're going to talk about. What's popular right now, because I'm seeing a lot of wholesalers wanting to transition into fix and flip and buy and hold, but they're a little afraid, going, oh my God, fix and flip. Where do I get the money? Is it worth it? Buy and holds, right? They're moving into a lot of buy and holds. How can I buy and hold? Where can I buy and hold? All I got to learn is creative real estate investing stuff so I can buy and hold with seller finance, sub-2, and things of that nature. So there is a trend going on, and people are, here's a couple of things I'm going to tap on is like, let me go down here real quick. But don't forget, save the date, March 25th, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's going to join Erick's Creative Real Estate Investing Domination Networking Meetup. Polish these bad boys up a little bit, okay? And we'll go from there. Let me see. Close that out. I may show a screen or two here, but I'm definitely going to go, where are we at? Pull this up. I believe it's right here. Okay, there it is. Join Erick's Creative Real Estate Domination Live Meetup. You can sign up there. I believe there's obviously links down below in the feed, okay? I'm only going to go about maybe 30 minutes or so today. I might go longer. If someone shows up, cool, and you want to jump into the live and show your face and your mug and all that good stuff and talk, go for it. Get some airtime. Appreciate it. And no problem here. Open door policy, like I said. But VIP Execs Realty Lending, step into excellence, realty and lending, step into excellence, as well as investments. Okay, it's powered by Amplified Media, sponsored by VIP Execs. You can hashtag VIP Execs and get some more information on that. Also, you can meet Elizabeth at her link tree right there. You can see it rolling down on the bottom right below through the ticker. Okay, join the team. It's a boutique real estate brokerage. You get the best of both worlds. No man or woman is left behind. All righty. Let me go ahead. I believe I might have something here. Oh, no, I'll just leave it there. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Okay, we do have the American Mentee program. I'm going to share that with you on Wednesday. Now, you can scan that QR code right there. Scan the QR code right there. That's for the Creative Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup for Wednesday. All right, it's absolutely free. That's on Wednesday. We'll be doing it every Wednesday, okay? Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. If you miss it, yes, they'll be recorded, and then they're obviously chopped up and monetized and all that good stuff. It is a webinar. There'll be a little schedule of when we go in there. We're going to meet. We're going to chat for everybody from wherever they're at in the United States of America. I'll get into who I am, what we're about, and we're going to talk about creative real estate investing. Bring your deals to the table. Bring anything that you want to learn or any questions. Definitely we'll get them answered for you. Because the key here is a sustainable business, right? where you're not just having the feast or family, do a deal, and then you got to look for another deal, do a deal, you can have that. But you also want to think of like a brokerage, right? You want to get a piece of the pie, right? Off your acquisitions, off your dispo, off all the lead gen that's coming in, right? For the second quarter, public service announcement, by the way, we got a PPL program rolling out. So if you're a broker and agent and you're hunting and looking for leads and you're sick and tired of Zillow and paying for all those leads where they share them with everybody, you know, like, hey, it's supposed to be exclusive. Here's the contract. And you find out that somebody else already called the lead. And maybe they sold the lead or you bought a lead. It's supposed to be exclusive for $100, $150, $200, $300. And you're going, shit, a couple other people already called it, right? It's all bullshit. That won't ever happen, right? These leads are exclusive to you. These are leads that we cultivated ourselves through Amplified Media, and then we're going to serve them up to your agents as a broker. We'll work broker to broker through VIP execs, and as well as with whatever. If you're a broker and you have agents, I don't care if it's 10 agents to 100 agents or more, doesn't matter. We'll serve up and give you a handful of leads, right, to be able to work those. We'll even provide some training on the private sector and public sector, and then there'll be a referral fee that we'll work together on, okay? That's going to be the PPL program that's coming out the second quarter. Also, we have door rocking. So door rocking to your next deal and your next deal and your next deal. Trust me, old school and new school. All the marketing works, all the verticals work. I don't care what you do, as long as you focus on one thing, you'll get leads, you'll get deals. But then eventually you'll have to build an apparatus around it. So you're going, hey, I'm only getting 1 or 2 deals out of this. Some people will go, man, I'm only getting 1 or 2 deals. And then they tap out. They're going, whoa, shit, it didn't work. Or I need to do something else so I can scale up. Well, you keep it. If it's giving you 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 deals a month, you keep that, feed that machine, work on another vertical. Maybe it's direct mail. Maybe it's postcards. Maybe it's going door knocking. And maybe the third one is going to be text and ringless voice message and emails, right? And working those type of leads, right? As well as, you know, lead generating from Facebook, pay-per-click, YouTube, all that good stuff, right? Every vertical. So you should have several verticals feeding your machine. And then obviously each one's like, think of it as like a little business, right? Of feeding the machine, right? And then eventually you're going to have an acquisition department, disposition department, lead coordinator, someone who's going to be your manager to run the enchilada for you, right? Marketing, tech person, all that beautiful, lovely stuff. And think of it as little departments. People call them SOPs, you know, standard operating procedures. We call them just processes and systems, because systems work. Remember, franchises don't fail, people fail. That's what you need to build. That's what we're going to help you build with the real and being able to dominate your area, right? With this Domination Networking Meetup. Now, there's a bunch of other stuff I'm going to share with you, which is live in the field. I'm not going to, I believe it's down in the post, so definitely go ahead and jump on that. I'm going to go ahead and go here real quick. Let me see if I got the page pulled up so I can go over this, right? So definitely go to webinars.amp-live.net/ and sign up. I'll probably copy the link address and then share the screen. All right. So we're trying to, obviously we're doing our part. So that's our theme for, you know, it's been for a while for AHA, Americans Help Americans, doing our part for America to get it back on track. One American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, together with you and others across the United States of America. Now, our sponsor is obviously VIP Execs Realty, Lending, and Investments in Luxury Properties, as well as Amp Live, rocking the American Mentee Program, which is the only program of its kind where we mentor you 7 days a week if needed across the United States of America, right? Let's see if we're a good fit. Tell us about yourself. Take a look at the link down below. Okay, it's down below. And share some of your rock and rollness with us. Remember, it's always private and secure, okay? Always private and secure. And there's a couple of rules, right? No drama, no BS, only rock and rollness, okay? Period. That is my jam. That's what I love, rock and rollness. Some people, hey, I get it. You know, everybody has their little thing, their little quirk. For me, it's just rock and roll, right? It's in the blood. It's what I call, like, when people say, hey, you know, yeah, how are you doing? Oh, I'm super busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. If I said that busy word or heard the busy word, or I hear the busy word over the life of, or I should say over my lifetime, and got paid maybe $100 every time I heard it. I said this before, I'd probably own 3, 4, 5, 10 Lambos, right? Because houses, real estate, whatever. I say Lambos, okay? So So that's me, because instead of saying busy, I say rock and roll. Right? I think I like it better. It sounds better, and it's always moving forward. And it's not some just, hey, when you're busy, you say, oh yeah, I'm working on this, working on that. Oh, I've been busy doing this, busy doing that. We're all busy doing something, whether it's family, whether it's life, whether it's, hey, I just don't want to talk to you type stuff. Hey, I get it, right? But this is business. Business, squeaky wheel gets the freaking grease, right? And it's okay to be fearless. It's okay to be ruthless. It's okay to have humility. And it's okay to rock and roll. All right. So scan that. There's also a link down below where you can actually fill out an application. So I know there's a couple of people that did fill out an application. And hey, we're going to be chatting with you soon. If you're a good fit for the one-on-one mentoring program, we'll bring you aboard. Or maybe it's the coaching program. At the same token, hey, maybe it's to come aboard and work with us, because we're always hiring, looking for acquisition people, good acquisition people, and awesome dispo people as well, and high-ticket salespeople. So if that is something that makes sense to you, definitely reach out. Now, you can reach out anytime. You can go to amplivemedia.com for the American Mentee Program and free training. Also check out americanshowamericans.net. You can also go to www.vipexecs.com, www.vipexecs.com if you got a property you need to sell, right? It's not selling. Now, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of agents out there that listed properties, and those properties aren't selling, and the sellers got frustrated and they're going, man, how come my shit didn't sell, right? It's happening everywhere. Don't worry about it. It's not you. It's just the way things are rolling. And I'm not going to say anything good or bad about the agents. I'll leave it at that. Although I probably could and I probably will, but then, I don't piss off people. At the end of the day, who cares? Yeah, I could be blamed for, hey, drama. I could be blamed for what? The bullshitness, right? Of what I'm saying here. But it's true. Look, it's the truth. Most agents, okay, it is what it is. There's some good ones and there's some bad ones. Same thing with real estate investing and wholesaling. Is good and bad and everything, right? But at the end of the day, if you got a property that just didn't sell for whatever reason, there's a reason. Give us a holler. Hit out. We'll plug you into VIP Execs Realty. VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, as well as luxury properties. If you got a luxury property, because I'm seeing more and more of those. We're working NODs, probates. We're working fixer-uppers, distressed properties, and yes, even nice houses in nice areas, because we got Laguna Hills, we got the beach, we got Santa Monica, we got the whole coast here, right? The West Coast. All kinds of beautiful homes, and except for, God bless them, say a little prayer for people out there that, everything got burnt down. That was bullshit. I don't even want to get into that, right? That just get me pissed off. But, it is what it is. But even those properties, we're starting to see those even in pre-foreclosure status, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million properties, right? And there's probably, I've seen the 6, 7, 8 million as well. I've seen there was one that was 5, 6 million. It was probably worth 14 million, but it was just tore the shit up. Squatters got in there. It was on TV. It was in the freaking news. I won't get into which property it was, but we're promoting it as well. And it was a nice place at one time. Beautiful freaking home. You could see the ocean. You could see Los Angeles and shit. Now it's just tore the shit up. But shit happens, right? So, okay. So American Time, check out our investment firm where we buy and sell private investment properties across the United States of America. Become an exclusive VIP buyer today. It's free. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to share something with you. And this is going to be a QR code where you can actually hunt for properties. Okay. It's absolutely free. It's going to tap you into the MLS. This is courtesy of VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments. Step into excellence. Free home search and investment property search. Sign up there. Scan the QR code right there. All right, there it is. I'll do a little circle around it. It was over here. Right there. Scan that. It's absolutely free. It's not going to cost you a dime. But at the same token, this is free too. It won't cost you a dime, but there's a little bit more of a process to it for the VIP buyer list. Okay. And it's free, but at the same token, this is properties that don't make it to the MLS. Okay. They're off market. They're not promoted to the general public, only to investors. You get on the VIP list, then they're going to go to you based on your criteria and what you're looking for. Okay. And it'll be cash deals, fixer-uppers, subject to deals, seller finance deals, maybe lease options, rent to own, anything that's creative will be there. The same token, good old cash works too. Okay. But it most likely will be a distressed property. And yes, even some nice homes in nice areas. They don't have to be fully gutted and thrashed. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of fully gutted properties because I'm not into the contracting thing. I like the cosmetic stuff. Get in, get out, 2,000 and up, carpet tile paint, get in, get out, get in, get out quick. Unless you're going to buy and hold, or if it's a property that's overbuilt and has 7 bedrooms, 5 baths and shit. That property's worth 1.2 million, but it's not going to sell but for maybe 700. There's a problem, right? So we'll take those properties, send them over. Okay, we'll take a look at them. We'll do something with them because there's some exit strategies for the buy and hold that would work for us at the end of the day, where we can actually cash flow and make some money by doing that. So if you got some of those overpriced turkeys or you got some of those overbuilt turkeys, definitely send them our way. So we got some other cool stuff that's going to be rolling. I'm not going to share it right now, but that's for the next second quarter, maybe even the third quarter. Might not make it till the third quarter, but we'll be preparing for the second quarter to get that done. It's something that's dear to our hearts here at Amplified Media and VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, and we'll share that. That's coming up as well down the road. But for right now, we got 30 days to a deal challenge. Take advantage of that. We got the door rocking challenge as well. And we have the PPL program that will be coming out the second quarter. But right now for this quarter, March Madness, right? The American Mentee program, looking for a handful of peeps. Exclusive one-on-one mentoring program. It's a done with you, done for you program. It's like no other. I guarantee it, right? Nobody's going to spend that time with you because it is what it is. Not worth it, and it's not cost effective to them. Two is, if we figured that out, we figured out how to do it, to make it cost effective, to make it reciprocal, and to make it a win-win situation for everybody involved. And at the same token, it's based on muscle memory, based on the Amplified method, based on sales, psychology, and all that good stuff. Done with you and done for you. We're helping you do deals. We're helping you rock deals. At the same token, we're helping you set up your systems when you're ready for it. Don't put the cart before the horse, right? And build out all your shit, and then, yeah, I get it, right? Build it and they will come. That's true. But unless you're Bezos or you got some capital venture, people to help you out, spend a bunch of money while you fail until you don't, then cool. But most people are not like that, right? So they're bootstrapping that son of a bitch. Maybe it's credit cards, maybe it's a refi, maybe they ran into some money, maybe they got a good ass job, and then we can work with any budget. Trust me. But we'll work on that budget and we'll design a target for you, right? Based on what you want to accomplish on a part-time, full-time basis, depending on what it is that does not matter, customized to you, and working on your schedule. It's a beautiful thing. So we've been doing this for quite a while, and it freaking works like clockwork. It's battle tested, and it works. That's the main thing, is results. Okay, I'm going to keep on moving down here. Okay, so we're looking for, there you go. Yeah, if you want to become a VIP buyer, and if you're looking for one deal or 100 plus deals, then definitely give us a call. You can give us a call at 888-619-5577, 888-619-5577, or you can text 909-341-6629. You can text 909-341-6629, and I'll probably just copy this here and put it in the chat. Where is the chat? But definitely take advantage. A lot of people MLS is not cheap. Someone's got to pay for it. Just like I said, nothing's free in life, but somebody has to pay for the expertise. Somebody had to pay a bunch of money to get to that point. And if you could piggyback, which is what I did spend some money, and not a lot of money, but I spent money, and I spent a lot more of my time, which was more valuable, and cost me a lot more, until I found some mentors that were willing to work with me. But I was also had a skill set, and I was delivering product, and I was business, deals, and brought a apparatus or a machine to the table without them having to build it all out. And I just served them up deals. In exchange for that, I got to roll with them. I got to hear with them. I got to see them orchestrate deals and get paid. Beautiful, lovely thing, right? That's what I would suggest you do. If it's not with us, then go out, at least try to add tremendous value to whoever you're working with. Otherwise, they're not going to work with you. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat as well, right here. If you're a bigger wholesaler or a brokerage and you're looking for more deals, off-market deals, then definitely let's touch bases on that. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my notes here. Okay. So, okay, let's get into it. I'm going to break out the crystal ball. Okay. What kind of deals are out there and how to find them, right? What kind of deals are out there and how to find them? Well, first and foremost, let me go back here. And let me see, move to this right here. Just we'll have that for visualization purposes. Okay, so what type of deals are out there? There's a lot of deals, okay? And well, what does that even mean? Well, a lot of people are hitting wholesale, but they're also hitting the fix and flip and buy and hold, right? Because there's a lot of inventory we fix it up and it stays on the market. Maybe they paid too much for it or didn't price it right or whatever's going on in that little market or niche. Now there's stuff to saying, oh my God, stuff is not selling. But then other people go, man, I put a house on the market, it's gone in 5 days. I put a house on the market, it's gone in 10 days. There's multiple offers. It's sold over asking, right? And that's probably going to be like here in Southern California, right? Even in New York, well, probably not New York, maybe Florida in some of the spots. But Florida, I've been hearing is getting saturated and a lot of shit's going on. But if it's priced right and it's an awesome area, the demographics where they are, like say Orange County or Costa Mesa or Laguna, stuff like that, things are Irvine, things are flying off the shelf, right? And, we're not seeing a big influx of going, okay, when houses got too expensive, people started buying condos. When condos got too expensive, they started buying what? Mobile homes, right? So we're not there yet. People are still wanting to buy. People are still got money. People still got credit. They got credit cards. They got decent credit. They got some decent jobs. And obviously, if you're working at the Dorito factory or, Dorito company, you're probably making bank. I'm just kidding. Because Doritos, man, what do they cost before? $2.50? $2, $2.50. Not like $5 for shit that'll kill you. It's crazy, right? I think I'm blowing here because I'm Hispanic, right? So chicharrones, if you don't know what a damn fucking chicharrone is, right? I'm not going to tell you, it might gross you out. But they're spicy and delicious, and there's certain brands that are better than the others, right? It says right there, $2 on the freaking package. It used to be $2. Sometimes they go on sale, $1.99, $1.79, but it says $2 on the fucking package. Excuse my French, right? Frustration there, right? And you go there, and they're no longer $2. It's $2.99. Now I get it. You can change your price, whatever you want. Then take that $2 fucking thing off of the bag, right? It's $2.99, and that's what your price is because they haven't gone down to $2 since this whole Chinese virus bullshit came out in 2020. And everything else that came down the wire. I won't even mention all that with the political bullshit, right? But it's funny. And get into other things like packages of food. Have you noticed that when you eat some food nowadays, it used to taste delicious, and then now it's all processed and it tastes like shit, or it tastes like clay, it tastes like, I don't know, drywall. You're going, what the hell is this? It's freaking poison. And you're thinking, well, man, did they make this with a 3D printer? Right? Did Bill Gates get into this company and start making some shit? But I know several like last cycle when I was looking at, because I like to look at the crystal ball, cycles and trends from the 1800s to the 1900s, even to when I got started in the early 2000s up until now. I'd look at cycles and trends, what's going on, with the economy in different states, the world, what's going on with real estate, what happens, when properties start shifting, right? In the good market, bad market, NODs, pre-foreclosures, short sales, loan mods, REOs, real estate owned stuff, right? That whole process comes every hardcore cycle, right? The last one was the last cycle with, the 2006, 7, and 8 stuff. Before that, it was the late 90s, right? Before that, we're getting into the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Reaganomics and all that good stuff when interest rates are 18%, right? And then people are bitching about 6 and 7% right now, right? So I get it. Interest rates need to come down. Everybody got a bonus. I believe it was 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, when interest rates were at 2 and 3.5%. Got very lucky. Now, a lot of them are still out there. Okay, so you're probably thinking, well, those people aren't going to get in default. Well, look, life happens and things happen. Yep, we're seeing 3%, 4%, under 5%, where you can now share that with you when we talk about this real estate meetup. We're doing that stuff. That's the beauty of creative real estate investing, right? It's leverage, leverage, leverage. Can you get into a property with that interest rate right now? No, unless you pay it down and spend tens and tens of thousands of dollars to buy down the points and all that other good stuff, or you got yourself a badass lender like VIP Execs Realty and Lending, right? That'll fight for you. That'll fight for, the consumer or the buyer or seller, or I shouldn't say seller, but, the buyer at the end of the day or investor, to make sure you are getting what you should be getting within the guidelines that they write out for that lending company, right? Now, people think magically, oh, you got all these crazy lending. I'm not. Hey, remember, I'm not a lender. This is for entertainment purposes, right? So At the end of the day, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a financial analyst. This is for entertainment purposes through Amp Live TV. Obviously, your host here, Eric, of the Amp Live Real Estate Show and Amp Live and VIP Execs. But let's get back to that lending thing, right? People see rates and stuff, right? They're going, man, that rate, this rate, that rate. No, you need to talk to and get yourself a good lender. Just like you have a good doctor, you have a good dentist, get yourself an awesome lender, get yourself an awesome real estate agent, get yourself an awesome real estate investor, buyer, all those things that you need for your business, okay? Including, hey, if you're just even on a part-time basis, so what? We're bringing a lot of those resources to the table for you when you come and work with us. But at the same token, what type of deals are out there? Well, fix and flippers are out there, right? People are still looking. They're hunking and chunking, looking. Give me a deal. Give me a deal. And the margins are a little tighter. Now, obviously, they're willing to take those, and some are like, man, no, I need this deal a lot better. And that's where the negotiation process comes in. But if you're wholesaling, then, hey, it's a lot harder to get your, 50, 60, 65 cents on the dollar type properties and mark it up 3 to 5% so you can make some money and then leave enough money on the table for what? An investor to be able to fix and flip. Now, buy and hold, hey, they can buy at a little higher price point because they're going to buy and hold. They're not really worried about the equity in the property. They're worried about, hey, I just don't want to pay full retail for this, and I might have to clean it up and then take it down because they're going to buy it forever and keep it in their portfolio until they decide to sell it off or whatever exit strategy they have. They can pay a little bit more, 80, 85 cents on the dollar, maybe even 90 cents on the dollar, right? So, same thing for, people are doing, the Novation thing. That was a novelty back in the 60s and 70s, or I should say 70s. Don't quote me on that, but 70s, cruising into the 80s with the savings alone fiasco. But you know what? People are doing it. It's an innovation. There's a way to do it, and you can, be able to list the property and make some more money. Okay, so those can be a little bit higher on the percentages. So as you can see, these things with creative real estate investing, yes, wholesaling is creative real estate investing. Innovation is creative real estate investing. Subject to existing financing, seller finance. Same thing. Lives under the creative real estate investing umbrella. All right, so what type of deals are out there? Well, there's pre-foreclosures are on the rise, okay? Most people are not going to work with those. Some people will. If you understand them, awesome. We love them. We're experts at that. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. Make sure you go to the Facebook group. It's free. Let's share real estate investment deals together. I believe, I think I'm going to pull up a little QR code to be at the very top on the right-hand or left-hand side of your screen. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. I believe Get in the Game is what we have up right now. I'm going to pull this up so I can see what that QR code is. There's always so much stuff, and I don't set everything up, but I like what I like. So let's see where that takes me. Cool. So there is Get in the Game. You can go to the QR code, obviously down below or right to the right. You can scan that QR code to book some time with myself. Okay. You got any questions on pre-foreclosures, probate, subject to seller finance? I could talk about that stuff forever and ever and ever. But it's usually about, I think it's for a 15, 30-minute call. And if we go over, don't worry about it. We'll go over. You're not going to get charged or anything. It's free. My time, your time, but time is valuable, right? But scan that QR code to do a breakout call with myself and my team, as well as on the very top on the corner over there. If you go to the corner, right up there. Let me see. I'll throw my mug up here because I want to share this flyer with you or this right there. You can go right there. Scan that. Get in the game, right? If you scan that and get in the game, all right, it'll book some time with myself, okay? And that's a little bit different. That one's for the actually that's for the Let's Complete Your Application. Fill out the information below to see if you qualify. That's for the one-on-one mentoring program, okay? There's only a handful of spots for that. And that handful of spots right there, it is a selection process, okay? And there's a reason for that, but I won't get into it right now. I'm going to put this back up here. We got this beautiful, lovely marketing graphic here. Real Estate Domination Investor Meetup presented by Amp Live Media and VIP Execs team. In-person networking still exists. Learn and discuss creative real estate investing. Learn creative market strategies for this market. Meet other like-minded and savvy minds who want to dominate, think alike, and want to press ahead in today's changing market, right? We're obviously highly experienced and tailored based for you to succeed. It'll be a live meetup. There'll be some one-on-one stuff, right? The event date is obviously going to be changing. I believe it's going to be April 6th. Don't quote me on that, right? But you can scan that QR code right there, book some time with myself and my team. And we'll be more than happy to invite you out to the live meetup. It will be recorded as well, so you can actually join if you're in Florida, if you're in Washington, Oregon, Montana, Texas. Doesn't matter where you're at in the United States of America. You'll be able to tap in, be a fly on the wall, ask some questions, and it'll be more intimate type of basis or a situation or environment. And if you're in Southern California at the time, you're flying in or whatever it is, or maybe you live in the area, then definitely, hey, let's break bread and chit chat and talk. And we'll get you an invite to that, okay? But that's that for that right now. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to myself, and Miss Elizabeth for the VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, powered by Amplified Media, specializing obviously in luxury properties as well as just listing properties and working with buyers and lending. The same token, we bring to the table, other creative distress situations or the real estate investing side of things with subject to existing financing, seller financing, lease options, rent to own. It could be loan mods, short sales, all that good stuff. We're very, very versed in all of that. I did put this up. I guess that popped up. I'm going to delete that right now, but that's for a QR code for the rest of the quarter for March. Okay. That's for the rest of the quarter for March. After that, it does double. But that is for done for you and done for you program. It's a one-on-one program. It's the American Mentee program. You can scan that right there, and we can chit chat and talk, set an appointment. But that is the hard cost. Those are the hard costs to come aboard. Like I said, by April 1st, and it won't be an April Fool's type of thing. It'll be April 1st. It's changing. It's going to double, right? And there's a reason for that, right? Because it's done with you and done for you. Nobody does that. Nobody's going to do that for you. Unless you're going to spend $50,000 to $100,000 or so just to make that happen. I know one guy, he's a fireman here in Southern California, I believe, and he spent probably $100,000, $120,000 trying to build out a private real estate firm, did the texting, the AI, set up VAs and all that good stuff. And that guy only works 2 months out of the 2 weeks out of the month. And even then still didn't have enough time to manage the people, manage the VAs, make sure that he didn't even check his campaigns. All kinds of leads are coming in. Leads are falling out from the bottom there and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And then even then, the system wasn't set up 100%. So he's bringing in other people like door knockers and other investors and newbies, some seasoned people, and it's turned into a great mess, right? But spending over $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 and nothing to show for it. No deals. Didn't lock up any deals because did not learn the art of the deal, did not learn the Amplified method, which is closing properties, right? You got to be able to write those contracts and be able to negotiate for the best deals and hiring the right people. So keep that in mind. That's what we're going to do for you to help you build that legacy and to build that for your own family. Okay. So I just wanted to introduce you. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out real quick. Let me see. We'll close that, hide it, and see that graphic. I don't know. I can't make it any bigger. But I do want to show you I'm going to go ahead and do the screen share. Not sure if that's it or not. Let me see. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to share this real quick. This is the application right there. That's for the one-on-one mentoring program. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it up here. There we go. Okay. Very simple. It's like any other one. Fill out your information. Want to know what you're about. It takes 5 minutes to do. And we'll rock and roll together at the end of the day or not. I do want to share this one. This is for the actual Amp Live Creative Real Estate Domination Networking Live Meetup. There it is. Did it come up? There it is. Cool. Sign up for that. That's going to be Wednesday, March 25th, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And we're going to talk about creative real estate investing. Hopefully we can work together. I have one more for you. This, I think, is awesome. I know it's awesome, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat as well. There we go. And this is going to be for the AMP Live Challenge, 30 days to a deal challenge. You can watch the video. Click that link, and it's going to take you to this tab. Okay. Join the challenge. There's only a few spots left. Very simple. Fill out the information. Boom. Are you a newbie? Has some past real estate experience? Seasoned investor? Real estate agent? Broker? Doesn't matter. We don't discriminate. I'll work with everybody. I'm going to put this back up to the top here. See what we got here. All right. And get back to wrapping this bad boy up. All right, where are we at? Okay, I'm going to go over here. Finish up my notes. Okay. So let's get to number 2. Is the market going to crash? No, it's not. Is the market going to crash? I don't feel that it is. I don't see that it is. I don't see any indicators that it is. I know a lot of people are talking about war, World War III, all this crazy shit, this, that, banks, all that good stuff, right? But according to my little crystal ball and the time frames, if you want to get what I call the Erick Report, you can DM me and I'll send it to you. What I think is going to transpire for the next 5 to 7 years, just in real estate, not the stocks and bonds and this and that. And like I said, I'm not I'm not a financial analyst, right? It's just my own opinion, right? Entertainment purposes, you can read it and see if it's going to come true. If it comes true, awesome, right? Then maybe in the next 5 to 7 years, you'll believe what I'm saying or not. Now, if it fails miserably, you go, shit, that was all bullshit. Well, hey, it is what it is, right? Nobody has a crystal ball. Anything can happen. Yes, World War III can happen. The world could blow up. Who knows? Aliens can come to town. And who knows? Anything can happen. But at the end of the day, based on what's happening now, no, the market is not going to crash. All right. So if you gear up for the new real estate cycle, will you make it through? Will you survive? Will you thrive? I say we rock and roll together. Okay. First and foremost, if you don't stop and you just keep moving, keep learning, and keep moving forward, 99% of this is mindset. The other 90% is just showing up to the party, executing and doing, but making sure you're doing the right things. You can do the wrong things and shit will never work. That's what sucks, right? Will you survive? Possible. Will you thrive? You can. You can. I say we rock and roll. If we rock and roll together, I guarantee you, you're going to make it through. Okay. And it's not just because of me, because it's being with like-minded people. Okay. All right. What's all the hype? What is all the hype about? What's going on with all the hype and wholesaling gurus, tech, CRMs, et cetera, in the USA, right? I kind of tapped into that a little bit, talking a little bit about that, right? About wholesaling and, hey, that's the jam, and TikTok and YouTube, and technology and AI and text and CRMs. I can tell you they're a lot better than when I got started. They're clunky as shit. Customized, no. You needed a freaking 4-year degree in learning the CRM and getting data. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stuff is still the same to a degree when we were starting. That's why we're getting leads. We're a little bit ahead of the curve, and I guess I'm proud of that and happy for that. When other people, building websites and it's costing them $15,000 for a website, and go, man, I'm a cheapskate. I don't pay no $15,000, let alone do I have $15,000 for a freaking website. Can you imagine that, right? During the dot-com era and coming out of that, right? I was like, no. I ended up searching and found these, place to rebuild your own website. Kind of like what WordPress is now, right? But that technology wasn't around, where you had to hire somebody to build you out a website, do the graphics and the copy and this SEO and all that bullshit, and hook it all up to the servers and everything, your hosting account and everything. And it got easier and easier and easier, but kind of behind the scenes type stuff, right? Like, what the fuck? What is that? And I end up finding websites where I can just build that shit myself. Didn't look as nice, but shit, it worked. And then build another one for sellers, buyers, investors. And then another one was for inventory for the buyers and things of that nature, and show some clout. And then hired a little young man from community college, paid him with fucking donuts, some food, and some rides here and there, and a couple buckaroos so he could buy some coffee and snacks and candy and software or whatever the fuck you wanted to buy, right? And his family was happy as shit. Oh, cool. He's going to school. He has a little bit of a job. He's building something. He's staying out of freaking, out of the riffraff, staying out of trouble. So, that's what I call paying into the bank of good. Not on purpose, just because. And you don't do that stuff on purpose because you want to put it into the bank. You do it because that's just the way to be a good person, right? Pay it forward. And it helped each other. Because I was on a freaking budget, shoestring budget, right? While still working a corporate fucking gig, right? At 60, 80, 90 hours a week. So it can be done. No excuses, right? And with 3 kids and married, right? So, hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. But you have to be able to have your mindset there. And I will tell you, the Think and Grow Rich book helped me. 17 Principles of Success by Napoleon Hill helped me. Studied them, made them my core for several years. Of course, God, my higher power at the end of the day. I'm not a holy roller, but I am a God-fearing man. And without those 3 things, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. I'd be doing something else, or I wouldn't be, fired up still at this age, and even in real estate. Okay, so you can do it as long as you hunker down, your focus, right, your mindset, thoughts are things. You can do this, and then having the motivation to do it, PMA, positive mental attitude with action, and having people like myself and others working with you to have that benefit of piggybacking on myself, our company, or whoever you work with. Hopefully it's us, right? And piggybacking on the years of experience and the money and all that good stuff that it costs to get to this level, right? And then continue to move forward. So it's truly a cause and mission. That's what it started off as when we decided to say, hey, we're going to take people on. So even when we started brokers, you're still going to do the same thing. Got to babysit, got to work with sellers and buyers, agents, and all that good stuff. What's the difference with creative real estate investing? It's the same damn thing. One's a private firm, the other one's public, right? Not public as far as stocks and bonds and stuff, unless you buy into a franchise of some sort, but it's the public side, right? Listing agent, buyer's agent, lending, broker, real estate investor, wholesaling, acquisitions, dispo, lead generation, right? Private money, hard money, 2 of the same, pretty much parallel worlds, right? And they can be ran the same, all right? So check this out. I'm going to keep moving on here. So sponsor VIP Execs, Realty, Lending, and Investments. You can go to VIPExecs.com. I'm going to put this up right here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this info. You can go here and get yourself and register on the site for free, right? You get a list of awesome deals in the area. You can also call or text, and you can directly go to the source. We're talking about probates, NODs, NOTs, pre-foreclosures, fixtures, nice homes in nice areas, as well as single family and multi-family properties for buy and hold or fix and flip, okay? I'm going to put that right up in here in the chat. Take advantage of that. Don't forget to sign up for Erick's Creative Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup. Sign up here. There's that link. If we don't have a link, I'm going to go ahead and grab that link, and I believe it's already in the chat. Let me see. If it's not in the chat, I'm going to pull it up right now for you. I'll grab that link, and I'll put it in the chat. I believe we're going into, oh, shit, we're already an hour? Shit, that was a long one. It's always going in, I always say 20, 30 minutes, my ass, right? It goes even longer when we have guests and things of that nature. So, all right. So there it is. That's going to be, I'll put let me copy a little bit of info on that. Amplified presents Creative Real Estate Domination Meetup with Erick, AHA, VIP execs, and other fellow Americans. I will put that right here. Okay. Boink. There it is. Okay. Do want to share one more thing with you. I believe it's the Door Rockin' website. Since we built it out, I'd like to share it with you. If it's here. There it is. Share the tab. I'll click the link. And remember, all these links are in the post. So we'll go to the top right. The best real estate deals aren't online. I'm going, what are you talking about? Where are they at? Well, they're off market. Can you find good deals online on the MLS? Of course you can. That's a different jam. It's a different vertical. But if you make it your biatch, then it'll work for you and it'll make you money. Every vertical will make you money. A vertical, for me, in this definition, is a marketing technique, a marketing channel, a marketing flow to help build you what? Deal flow. Okay. You need deal flow. You need product. It's like producing an iPhone, right? You got to have a factory to produce it. It could be a restaurant. You got to have a chef to cook up the food so they can serve it to the people, right? That is your product. What is your product? Your product, what's real estate? Leads to appointments, to offers, to deals, to COE, close of escrow. That is the funnel, as well as the mission is the submission. So here we go. I'm going to share this with you real quick. So open the door to door rocking real estate deals live in the field. I'll make sure we're on point here. Oh, is it showing up? No, it's not showing. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Okay. There we go. So are we up? So I wanted to share this with you. Take advantage of this. I also want, I'm going to share the group. Let me put that QR code as well for the group. Join that group. Post your deals, look for deals, hunt for deals. There it is. It's going to be on the far right-hand side, at the very top. I just changed it where it says, you see the little, you can actually see, it says the little graphic right there, the best real estate deals aren't online. Join the live now, okay? You can join the live right now. Shit, if you want the link, send it to me. But this is within the next 20 hours, okay? So let's go here. Where's it at? Let me go back. Oh, there it is. There. So open the door to door rocking real estate deals live in the field. Free leads. That's right, man. Guys and gals. Free leads, free training, earn and learn. Join your live meetup today, right now, or join online. Now, joining live just means, hey, you fill out the information. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk. We'll invite you to a location. It's either going to be in a restaurant or it's probably going to be in the office. You come out, break bread. We're going to chit chat, talk, ask any questions, Q&A, all that good stuff, right? We'll do some training on how this is actually going to transpire, what the structure is, what you get paid and all that good stuff, right? And what's available, what prizes are going to be available as well. And, or if you're in Washington or you're in New York or if you're in Florida or wherever the hell you're at and you can't be in Southern California, it's okay. You can still join online because we're going to be going live when we're training in-house. And then when we go out into the field, we're going to be going live as well. And then a lot of stuff will be recorded and then canned, right? So you can use it for training purposes. And we're going to put that obviously in the Facebook group, right? So that'll be probably most likely the AMP Live TV Facebook group. And then it's all for free. Okay. You'll be able to tap into all that good stuff. All right. Watch out for the next live door knocking training. 20 hours, 49 minutes, and 52 seconds. Fill out the information. It's simple. Name, first name, last name, phone, email, and your freaking state. We want to know where you're located, right? Most people don't put state, but we're putting state because we want to know where you're from, right? What state is rocking? So we can analyze it and then, hey, point you in the right direction and go, what about this? What about that? We'll have some questions for you if we can help you out. Okay. You can join right there. Obviously, I'll be your host, Eric, from AMP Live. Wholesaling 101 using door knocking and creative real estate investing to land your next deal and your next deal and your next deal, right? Learn how real estate deals are made face-to-face, door-to-door, community-to-community. Foreclosures, yes, are on the rise. And with that comes real opportunity, true opportunity, okay? It's a win-win-win situation, not just to make money, but to make a difference. And this is true, to make a difference in the community and the person that you're serving and working with. You're serving these sellers, right? You're helping them with solutions that others won't even fathom about. Agents, brokers, or just other wholesalers that don't know what the hell they're doing. Good and bad, right? There's some good ones, there's some bad ones, but there's more, there's only, look, it's a percentage. I'm not going to get into the percentages, but I'll do that on maybe Saturday, tomorrow's call, or live. Well, this training breaks down how door knocking, when done right, can turn conversations into contracts. Very important. Turn conversations into contracts and help homeowners while building your wholesaling pipeline, okay? And then we've got a bonus for you, okay? Now, that's just for the wholesalers. If you're just doing it, we're going to show you how to get appointments. If you're brand new, if you're a little more seasoned, we'll show you how to rock these deals for wholesaling. And then if you stick with us, there'll be another level. Or if you're already pretty savvy, then we may turn you into or work with you or ask you to help out others so you yourself can become a closer or close with us or help us close. The bonus is going to be Creative Real Estate Investing 101, using the Amplified method in creative real estate investing to land your next several deals. Okay, that's creative real estate investing 101. When we're at the table, when we're at the closing table, or we're at the, I should say closing table, but when we're at the seller's property and working these deals. Heck, if you just want to make some calls because you're afraid and you don't want to go knock on a door, you're afraid of talking to somebody, you know what? You can be at the office, or you can be wherever we're going to be doing this training, in a restaurant with your little laptop or your phone, along with the proper training to make those phone calls. And if you get a lead, boom, we're going to be out in the field. We will go out in the field and you'll get paid for generating that lead. Okay. Watch the live video on how to get started now. Door rocking to land your next deal. Live recording. Now, this is always live and uncut, real talk, real strategies, and real results. You can check it. You can take a look at it now. Let's see if it comes up. I don't think there's any sound. Let me see. Is there? Oh, it's right there. All right. Hey, how you doing? It's Eric from AHA. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having an awesome 20. All right. Hey, how you doing? It's Eric from AHA. Close. All right. And keep on. You can save your spot right there. And what you're going to learn, obviously, is wholesaling 101. And then we're obviously going to have creative real estate investing 101 as well. Now, this is not being done. It's being done kind of like under the radar with people in different states, even here in Southern California. But we're going to bring that to the forefront because, look, old school and new school works. Everything comes, and we're talking about cycles and trends in the crystal ball. Cycles and trends, right? They come and they go, they come and they go, and they come and they go, but they always repeat themselves. So when something's too difficult, something's too hard, and people overthink it, oh, my God, I could just do text. I could remove voice messages. I could do this, all this other stuff. Why the hell do I need to go to a door? Why do I need to drive for dollars? Does the shit work? Yeah. Right? Ask Hector out in the Midwest, right? Yeah, it's a lot of work, but he gets deals. He's doing what others aren't willing to do. And if you're willing to do what others aren't willing to do, then you're going to have what others have that you wish you had. Because you're not willing to do it, you won't get it. That's just the way it works in this world, to a degree, right? Unless you're, trying to skip all that stuff, then that doesn't work. It always comes back. So you got to put in the work. You got to do what you got to do. Because if you want to have what other people have, then you have to do the work that others aren't willing to do so you can have what they have, right? That means having the money, having whatever it is, fame, claim, who knows, right? Whatever works. But it's to get to that point, to get what those things that, people want in life. And if they don't, I get it. But I'm going to tell you, it's in our DNA. God wants you to be successful. God wants you to be rich. God wants you to have money. God wants you to have things. God wants you to have family. God wants you to help others, other human beings and fellow Americans in this world. That's what this is all about, right? That's why I'm God-fearing, man. I don't have to read the Bible and give you all kinds of quotes and stuff, right? To say that I'm a Mr. Godly man. No, I just know in my heart that's what it is, and I know from experience what I've experienced in life with God, and how many times it's saved my life at the end of the day, right? It gave me hope, along with people. People give you hope, motivation. That's what we're here to do, right? That's what God probably put me on the planet to do, right? And that's why I'm here. Anyways, what you'll learn. So there's a bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to get into it verbatim. I'll be your host, obviously, Eric of Amplified, VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, our sponsor. I will be the host of the Amplified Real Estate Show, and we will be rocking and rolling that at the event, or online, obviously. So that'll be every Wednesday. We're going to be rocking this. If you want to be in house and be part of this, then definitely sign up. You can sign up if you're wanting to actually be part of the one-on-one mentoring program. You can click this here for the application. If you're just wanting to book some time with me in a private sector or private situation, you can click that right there. It's going to pull up, and I'm going to share the tab so you can see it. I'll make sure that it's showing up here. There it is. Okay, cool. There goes the little kitty. Schedule a one-on-one free consultation. 30 minutes, not going to cost you a dime to do. Go ahead and book your time. Absolutely free. With myself and my team. If you're like, hey, you know what? You're serious about real estate investing, wholesaling, creative real estate investing. Let's see if we're a good fit. You can go complete the application. Right there. It's very simple. Fill out the information. Tell us about yourself. Are you a newbie? Have some past real estate training? Seasoned investor? Real estate agent? Doesn't matter where you're at. Whether I get it. For me, it was humility, right? Right. and asking. I'm not a person who likes to ask for help. But the last decade, it's all about, yeah, hey, I will ask somebody. All they can say is no. Oh, I'm not going to tell you that, or I don't have time for that, or hey, can I buy you some dinner? Can I buy you some lunch? That's how I got my first mentor. So I offered to buy him lunch so I could pick his brain, and then brought him tremendous value, showed him what I was doing, showed him what I built out website-wise and how these leads are coming in and how I'm getting deals before agents and brokers and pissing people off. He was like, shit, Eric, I've always wanted to build something like that. But I didn't have the time. Right? This guy owned apartment buildings, in Santa Monica, and dealing with the Richie Rich, and got tired of getting sued and all that shit, and said, fuck it, sold them all. He did get a divorce and just wanted to go to the high desert and hang out with his grandkids, with his new wife and all that good stuff, right? So things change in life. It is what it is, right? But, I was able, thank God connected me to him by being active. Positive mental attitude with action, being active. And I ran into him with a phone call. And I heard somewhere in my studies that, hey, if you want to pick a millionaire's brain, offer to buy him lunch or buy her lunch. And that's what I did. I was scared as shit. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know if he was going to say yes. I don't know if he's going to tell me to F off. I didn't know if he's going to be rude. I didn't know if he's going to say, yeah, let's go. We got to go to a country club because it's on me. And, I don't got no $200-300 to spend. More like, I think my budget was $30, I was hoping. Right? And God bless the guy. He was, a cool dude. He said, yeah, I'll meet you at the Antelope Valley Mall. And there's a nice sandwich shop there. I go, cool, $20-25. Awesome. I'm golden. That gives me an opportunity. Shit, the attorney cost me $150 just to review a freaking contract for 30 minutes. I'm like, shit, right? I get to spend $20-25 to pick this guy's brain. Hopefully I can stretch it out for an hour to 2 hours and then show him everything I'm doing, pick his brain, and get all that knowledge for $25. Right? Being a miser, I know, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. And trust me, I took it as a holy grail. I listened to every little thing, every word that came out of his mouth. And then I took it into, when I got in my little minivan and wrote the shit down and took all kinds of notes, just downloading all the info. And then, reverse engineering whatever I could with him, right? And that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to take the time to do that stuff. And I get it, because they're all, I'll buy a course. I'm going to press this button. I'm going to get this software. I'm going to do this, right? But then it turns into a nice shit show, a nice shiny object bullshitness. Yes, there's some good companies out there, some good coaching programs, there's some good communities. Trust me, I know it's out there. And you got to network, right? It's just, I guess what like Elon Musk says, or even Steve Jobs, eliminate the noise. Very hard to do. Unless you're hyper-focused, eliminate the noise and stick to your 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. It's the first thing that you can do that you accomplish. What's the second thing that you can accomplish after you accomplish the first one? And the third one, you may not get to. But if you get to it, awesome. Then you start all over again. Focus in 1, 2, and 3. That's my little 2 cents for you. I'm also going to go ahead and pull this up real quick. So make sure that you sign up for the Creative Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup. I put the link in the chat down below. I believe we're already going into overtime here. And I want to share this really quick, that if you do come aboard the one-on-one mentoring program, or even any of these other little programs, which is basically this one here for the live domination. If you receive these after you sign up and you receive one of these, okay, it's you rock. It's an invitation. That'd be an invitation, one, to come out and work with us live exclusively, or it's going to be an invitation where we're going to work with you in regards to the one-on-one mentoring program, and we're going to have something special for you if you get one of these. Okay. I do want to share this book. I'm reading it again. It's The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. All right. Every time I hear Schwartz, I'm thinking of fucking Spaceballs or some shit, right? May the Schwartz be with you. What the fuck, right? People are going, oh my God, what are you talking about? Fuck that, who cares? All right, there it is. Check this out. The Science of Getting Rich. Now, this book was by accident. Somebody was a network marketer, they're making all kinds of money, went from scratch to building all kinds of stuff and, building the company, cool. And then someone who had some money said, hey, you need to read this. And I ended up going, fuck, I like that book. I took the title and I dug and dug. She had like an old one. It was all like beat up. And it was a gift that they gave to her for her birthday or something. I go, man, I was looking for that book. I couldn't find it. And if it was out there, it was like worth like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 or something, right? So I just got the copy, right? Boink, boink. It's a different read. It doesn't read. This kind of reads like when you try to read the Bible, and like, what does that all mean? Why are they talking like that, right? And here's my little sentence on my mind, right? And remember, like people would back in the day, they write books in Latin and Greek. And that's for a reason. And a lot of people didn't even know how to read and write back in the day anyways. If you're poor or peasant or whatever, and middle class, or there was no middle class, only poor and rich, right? And going way back. But I'm not going to, getting philosophical here. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, there's certain things that are written, okay? Yes, you can get the audios. Yes, you can download the audios and watch the videos. But there's nothing like a book. You can smell it, right? You can touch it. You can feel it. And when you read it, you go back, because then your mind takes off into another world. And you go, shit, what was that about? And you got to go back and read it again, read it again, read it again. But it's being downloaded into your mind. And then it's based on what? Muscle memory. You're touching it. You're reading it. You're understanding it. You make it part of your core. And here's my little tip on reading. You read the book one time. Second time you read it, start highlighting stuff that pops out to you. And it goes, man, that book is reading me. That is good. I like that. The third time you start underlining stuff, and yes, highlighting stuff, but also start writing in the corners to make it your own. Hey, I'm going to execute this and write a date on there. And then sign the son of a bitch if you have to, right? Then the fourth time, reread the whole book and then look at your notes and go, man, what do I need to execute here? I said I was going to do this. And you go, I've looked at books where I go, man, I wrote that in the corner. I go, shit, that was 2 years ago. I didn't even execute it. So then you start executing it, right? So that is my pro tip on reading. And then you study it and you keep it in your library, right? And save it. The ones that are just, hey, you read one time, it's cool, it was all right. That's not something, it's just a story of maybe like a biography of some sort. But they're all references. Books are all references. Reading this one now, that's a new one, right? So that's a thick one. It's like 500 pages. So that's in the process right now. And also going back to Think and Grow Rich, as well as the 17 Principles of Success. And I know Think and Grow Rich is weird. Sometimes people, it's a requirement when everybody comes aboard as a salesperson, or as an acquisition person, dispo person, or even a mentee. And some people understand the book, some people don't. But a lot of people are like, man, that book is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And some people go, man, it's good, good, good. But I'm trying to still decipher it, trying to understand it. It's okay. Like the Bible, right? Don't worry about it. Keep on doing it. Keep on reading it and studying it and reading it, studying it. It's not as, there's good stories in there. It's not as exciting as the 17 Principles of Success, or I should say 17 Principles of Success. That's what I call it. It's named something else, obviously, but it's by Napoleon Hill. And that book is more of a guide, like a business guide for me. For you, for anybody else, call it whatever you want. But that's a great one to reference and to build the 17 Principles of Success. You may not have all of them right now, but the goal is to build them all up, and you're never going to probably have them all at one time. And if you are, then you're rocking and rolling and you're doing some amazing stuff, okay? So I'll leave you with that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for Friday highlights in the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Definitely, I'll turn this into a podcast. So if you'd like to be a guest on the Amp Live Real Estate Show, definitely reach out, join that QR code, or reach out to me somehow. Someone will reach and get in touch with me and just let me know, and we'll get you on the show. Get you get the graphics in your company and all that good stuff, right? And we'll promote it and do what everybody else does anyways, right? So I love to hear about your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all that good stuff. I'll share some of my stories. The same token, it's talking about creative real estate investing. It's talking about the woes and the goods and the bad. We'll talk about reviews of what software is good, what software is back, all that good stuff, okay? But today it's usually Friday highlights and public service announcements, the pulse of real estate. Real estate's still rocking and rolling, so don't listen to the hype and the bullshit. Just keep on, put your head down and grind. Every once in a while, pick your head up and then see what's going on, and then rock and roll and grind until you get to where you want to get to, right? But we're here to help you, so you don't have to be alone, okay? That's why we put the program together, the American Mentee Program, to make it reciprocal, right? Needed a program because I know after probably over a decade of doing the real estate business, I was like, man, there's no program that's reciprocal. It's always, hey, we got to pay these people this much money, or I don't even get to talk to the one who put out the program or the guru, unless you catch them when they're going up, and you're like, boom, then that's a godsend, right? And that doesn't happen very often. But by the time they already put out their program, it's like, man, you can't even talk to them. They got coaches and they got all kinds of other people involved, or it gets watered down, or it's been running for a long ass time and they don't update their program and it's all old shit, right? That's happened. Or you go to a seminar and it's live and a bunch of hoopla, and then they're still selling a bunch of old shit at the same time too. But there's a lot of, obviously new ones. So there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good information. You just got to get with the good ones and gobble up that information. And hopefully, you have that faith and hold it up there as the Holy Grail, right? And then execute and test. If it works, then awesome. You broke through. Okay. But things are always going to change. All right. So I want to make sure I finish up my notes here. All right, so we're cruising. This is gonna be a nice, juicy, long one. Let me make sure I have. Oh, there it is, right there. Boink. Okay, well, that's not it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, maybe it's right here. Okay. Oh shit, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's not. The event. Where's it at? Okay. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Did it disappear? Oh, shit. All right, bear with me. I don't know if it disappeared somewhere. Damn it. Past events, maybe? See if it comes up. It comes up. March 20th. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. Let me see what we got. Okay, here we go. So I'll wrap this up. So, okay. So doing your part for America. Let me see. We got number one. We have sponsor. Number one. Number two. Gearing up. Number three. Number four, right? What is all the hype? Kind of went through that. We kind of put that there. Thank you. And check out AHA, America's Help Americans, Amp Live, American Mentee Media, or amplivemedia.com. Go to amplivemedia.com for a bunch of training videos and all that good stuff, right? This is Eric from the Amp Live Real Estate Show with your Friday highlights. Remember to rock and roll in all that you do. In God we trust. United we stand, and never quit. Keep on rocking despite how you feel, and do not listen to the negative people. PMA every day with action. Positive mental attitude with Amp Live. Amplify your life with Amp Live. Made in America. Eric of AHA, Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, Amp Live Media, and VIP Execs, our sponsors, VIP Execs, Realty, Lending, and Investments. Step into excellence. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up real quick. Let me see. There is some links down there. Definitely go to www.amplivemedia.com. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Without further ado, rock and roll in all that you do. This will be obviously broken up and monetized, as well as rebranded and put onto YouTube with some music and openings and all that good stuff. Hopefully you got some value from this. Hopefully you got some motivation from this. Hopefully it maybe opened up your eyes a little bit about creative real estate investing and what's out there in the creative real estate investing world, where it's not just a one thing where it says real estate. I have to go get a loan, do this traditional shit, right? You can, if you got a lot of assets and you got you can make that happen. But then eventually you're always they always do, and everybody always does. I see it happen 1,000 times. Where you start moving into the creative world. You're going, man, I want to leverage my money. I want to leverage my credit. I want to leverage other people. I want to leverage other people's things. OPM, other people's money. OPE, other people's efforts. Okay? That was a mouthful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on here and close this up. I'm going to put, let me see, where's the QR code? Right there to the right-hand side. I'm going to put one more QR code. It's right here, Get in the Game. I believe it's right here. There you go. Scan that QR code to get in the game. Hurry, limited time bonus. Take action now. Get in the game. All right. If you have any deals, you can scan that QR code right there. Get in the game. Chit chat, talk with us. We're going to get you up and rocking and rolling. We're going to rock deals together. Also, if you have any deals, you can send them right here. Instant offer. We buy houses cash. Call now 1-800-619-55577 and watch your Sell Your House Fast video, or you can scan that QR code right there. Very easy. Scan the QR code right there. There it is right there. Scan it. And we'll get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours. If you're just a regular seller, investor, doesn't matter. Wholesaler, we'll definitely chit chat and talk with you, just as long as you're fully disclose who you are, what you're doing, and all that good stuff, and what your intentions are. And then we'll rock and roll together. See what we got over here. All righty. Just checking it out. Checking out the scenery. Definitely scan the QR code right there. Appreciate it. Send us those deals anywhere in the United States of America, but we are here in Southern California as well as Texas Triangle. All right. We love Dallas, Fort Worth. Those are the areas we're looking into. Definitely look forward to seeing those deals, and we appreciate it. And remember, rock and roll in all that you do. In God we trust. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. Powered by Amp Live Media, media broadcasting and marketing company. Definitely like, love, share, and comment. We appreciate that. And you can hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. You can also hashtag VIP Execs as well to get information on what we do and how we do it. Sponsored by VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Properties. What else we got? That's it. All right. So hopefully you got some awesome information. Friday highlights. Definitely. We'll see you again. Like, love, and share. We'll be back tomorrow for some Saturday training or maybe out in the field. We'll be rocking and rolling. And then Sunday rants and raves, and then back for Mindset Money Monday. Tuesday's the deal day. Wellness Wednesday. So definitely a Wellness Wednesday because I'm on a health kick as well as the family and everybody else. So we'll have some cool stuff for you. We're actually going to be promoting some of this stuff that I use, that we use, and we're going to be sharing it here. Yes, that'll be part of our sponsors. It'll be part of the commercials for the Amp Live Real Estate Show. And hey, we'll be talking about wellness, things that you can, the supplements and all those things, because they do work. As you get older, you need that shit. You really do. Let me see. What is that? What's that? Going down here? Just checking. Because you really do need that stuff at the end of the day when you get older, and even when you're younger, especially if you're working out and health and all that good stuff. So we'll be bringing some of that stuff down the wire and a few other things that we'll be sharing. I'll ask you to reach out and ask me, hey, how can you purchase these things? We appreciate that as sharing part of the love, and even tools and software and things of that nature. That once I review it and things of that nature, and if we're promoting it, hey, if you want to use it, you can buy it. Yes, there'll probably be like an affiliate program, a wholesale program, or a reseller program of some sort. So that'll be coming down the wire and the second quarter of 2026 and beyond. So without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. You keep on rocking and rolling. Have a good, awesome, beautiful, lovely Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.